rabbis of yesteryear. Now, we happen to be on the date of the 24th of Iyar. It marks the Hilula of a really famous rabbi from Morocco. His name was Rabbi Yosef ben Harush Z'tl, one of the great rabbis of his time, a rabbi we've spoken about, I believe, on various occasions before. And let's explore a few of the highlights of the great Chacham's life. Now, it's not too sure the exact date when he was actually born, and to be honest, I see different opinions on the date of his passing. Either it was 1947 or 1957. I believe it was on the 24th of Iyar on that year, which obviously naturally means it is Hilula in these coming days to come. Now, I think came from great heritage in of itself. His mother's name was Esther, and his father's name was Rabbi Yosef ben Harush. Really, really great man he happened to be. I think they came from the village of Frakla, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's in the area of Tafilalat in Morocco. Remember, Tafilalat was an area where many great rabbis actually come from. Now, he would learn Torah under auspices of his father, Rabbi Yosef ben Harush. And I think through other great rabbis over there, if I'm not mistaken, his father was a prominent rabbi there, possibly a Morei Tzedek also in this village. And I think he was close with another great rabbi, someone named Rabbi Shlomo ben Harush and Rabbi Moshe ben Harush. These were great Talmidei Chachamim in that vicinity. And there was another outstanding Talmid Chacham there, Rabbi Maimon Adahan, another great rabbi. I believe we've spoken about him on a few previous occasions before. Now, Rabbi Yosef ben Harush get married to his wife, Marat Miriam, and they would have, I believe, reported over 3 children, including Rabbi Eliyahu, Raphael, and Sarah. And I think he would get married at a later stage on another time. And his second wife's name was Rabbanit Chana. And they would have 7 children together. Yechia, Shlomo, Yaakov, Khalifa, Shimon, Esther, and Henriette. I hope I pronounced that correctly, the latter one. Now, I think come with year 1920, he will very much take on more different positions at that stage in time. But as he was becoming an outstanding Talmid Chacham, and there was a lot of problems going on in the local vicinities in Morocco. Especially, I think there was a French protectorate that went against the Sultan of Morocco at that point in time. I think his name was Mouli ben Qassam. And they would identify the Jewish people as supporters of the French, whether that was true or not. Now, the question, there's been anti-Semitism all throughout. And I think there would be the beginning of a series of persecutions, unfortunately, sadly, against the Jewish people, the Jewish community. I think even especially in the village of Risani, where the famous Abu Khatsera family was, rabbinic dynasty in of itself. And reported very, very sadly, Rabbi David Abu Khatsera was executed, and many Jewish people from that specific region would have to flee at that stage in time, and there was persecution would continue and reach, especially to the village of Barkala. And I think Rabbi Yosef ben Harush was taken to, they were about to execute him in most brutal fashion. However, there was pleas of the Jewish people in the community, and they offered a ransom for him, a large sum of money, which would save him at the end. And thank God would save him, and he would survive. I think at a later stage, I think come what the year 1927 there will be the printing of books, especially 2 books in the city of Susa, I believe, in Tunis, called Gvi'a Yosef. And I think that was, bits of 13 Droshim, and the Kiminyan Yud Gimel Midot Rachamim, which I think, once again, these were, with regards to miracles, let's just say, of how he was saved from execution, the latter was. And I think the initials of his name is actually very much featured on this over here inside the book, the way it is fashioned, respectively. So it just shows the importance of the book itself. And he would add various piyutim, which is composed, I think, piyutim, let's say, including for great Chacham, including Rabbi Aaron Asulin, who was the author of a great book and one of the great sages of the village of Barkla, respectively. And maybe we should speak about him on another occasion. I believe we did speak about him. I think there'll be a second book, the Ohel Yosef, which will be a commentary on Torah, which is published with the consent of the great rabbis of Morocco at that point in time, I think, including among the great rabbis, including Baba Sali, Rabbi Yisrael Abu Chatzera, Baba Cheki, which was Rabbi Yitzchak Abu Chatzera, and Rabbi Machluf Abu Chatzera, respectively. These were really the great rabbis of that point in time. Now, he passed away. It said over that he was 71 years of age, and actually it was on the 24th of Iyar. What was the date when he passed away? I believe in the Hebrew year Tafshin Zayin, and he would be buried, I believe, in an area called Polioti. I think it's in modern day it's called Kintra, I think, which is near Rabat, respectively, in Morocco. Now, inside his great Torah work, he would leave some great ideas, including, I think, in the Gvi'a Yosef, a teaching saying, "Melamed sheneshomot Yisrael shoresh echad ba'av im ehem reshaim yesh lahem chelek." Just like the importance and the greatness of Am Yisrael, he is stressing over here. Another teaching he's got inside the book, the Ohel Yosef, I think from the first chelek, page 102, if I'm not mistaken. Melamed Torat Moshe tosif da'at u'ma'ale nerot tamid. Just stating about the greatness of the Torah, which obviously Moshe Rabbeinu came down with. And just one more idea within regards to the book, which was the Ohel Yosef once again, first Chelek, he says, Melamed remez lema'alat mitzvah tzedaka haparshat re'eh. So he's talking about just the importance of giving charity to other people, a theme that many great rabbis would actually give and stress over. Now, friends, we're a community here. We're learning about the great rabbis of yesteryear on the 24th of Iyar. If you do descend from any of the rabbis we're speaking about, please let me know in the comments or send me an email. I would love to hear more about the great rabbis of yesteryear. Please subscribe to the channel now. We're coming close to 7,000 members. We're a community here. We're learning about the great Oriental rabbis of yesteryear. Also, if you feel anyone's interested in watching these informative biography videos, please share these videos to other people also respectively. So wishing you all a good day. Take care and be well.